Is a dream getaway. Your future plans are possible with Alex Forbes. Because we know just how to find and select only the best investment minds, locally and globally. No matter your investment destination, you're in the right place with Alex Forbes. Alex Forbes is an authorized FSP, retirement fund administrator, and CMS organization.
Jane.
Yes?
How's the trust tax submission looking? It's due by January 20th.
Already taken care of.
Was it done accurately?
Absolutely. Via e-filing.
Trusts. Make your tax matters priority number one. Submit an accurate and honest trust tax return, ITR 12T, via e-filing by 20 January 2025. For more information, go to sars.gov.za. Your tax matters. SARS. At your service. 702 and Corporate Sector with Renault. Talking about the DP World and Motors Community Trust Initiative.
We prepared that case and we felt that we cannot just sell cars. We also need to look after the people that are buying our cars in any way form that can help.
Your particular focus has been on educational assistance to underprivileged communities. Tell me about the work you're doing in that space.
You know, somebody once said you can give somebody a fish, they will eat it, tomorrow they will be hungry again. But we felt education is a better way in which we as a company can participate in, because there was a study that we done that shows that grade 4 learners will begin to read, and we felt it's better maybe we can add value in that space by providing libraries and providing books and support structure in that form.
Renault's contribution to the library and literary program gives more than 97 learners access to library resources on a daily basis. Visit imperial-motorstrust.co.za for more.
702.
Food feature.
20 minutes after 1 o'clock in our food feature for today, we are talking Pot Luck Club in Johannesburg. They are based in Rosebank. You may have fallen in love with them in Cape Town. I've got a WhatsApp that's come through that says Pot Luck Club food is amazing. I'm absolutely obsessed. Thank you so much for that message. 011-883-0702 and the WhatsApp line 072-702-1702 for your messages, comments and questions as well. We are having a discussion with Ibrahim Detoit, who is head chef at the Pot Luck Club, who has been sharing his journey with us of having really started as what I would refer as the dishwashing guy and worked his way up through the various ranks over a decade to become the head chef. I'm curious, and I know they call you Ebi, that's your nickname, in terms of your journey up the ranks, outside of finding yourself a job, you know, what did you find in food?
I want to be honest, as a human it humbles you, you know what I mean? Because in the kitchen, like, it's so complicated.
Can I just ask you to sit closer?
Yeah, sorry. So in the kitchen, it's so competitive that you almost want to be 100% every single day, you know? So when I go to the kitchen and come from a different background, I was entitled because I'm coming from, you know, the caste which we call, where we just do things our way, and here you go and here you get discipline. You know, for instance, like, you're not allowed to do this because this can be a problem. You're not allowed to do this because of this. So it actually disciplined me to a level where it's like, okay, this is how you respect one another. Because where we come from, you say something to me, I'm ready to fight. You know, like where we come from, the caste. So the kitchen actually disciplined me. You know, it also made me very humble, you know. Because where I come from, I feel like I said, like it was very tough for me growing up in those areas. So when I got to the kitchen, I still had all that anger, you know, because like I never got like family love, you know. So the kitchen actually gave me that, like, this is actually my family, because like I said, we start 8:30, we finish 12:30. So I spend more time with the people in the kitchen that I'm spending at home, you know. So I kind of fell in love with the people that I was surrounded by, you know. Yeah. And
I'm glad you're sharing that, because I think it's underrated how food has saved many people's lives. There's so many hidden stories, because a lot of the stories that get attention are like, oh, this restaurant got an award, or this chef opened another restaurant, but there are fewer stories that are well known about how food has saved people's lives, where it's a place that people really can work their way up without any qualifications, as long as, like you said, you are able to be humbled, build yourself some character, and you start to respect not just the process but also the food.
Yeah.
What have you learned from the person who later then became your mentor?
I learned so much. I learned how to carry myself around other people. I learned self-respect as well. I also learned a lot of creativity, because for 10 years of my entire cooking, every day I would make a mayo and I'll go to Chef Luke and he'll be like, add salt, add lemon. And me balancing my palate from someone like that, it empowers me as well for where I am now. So 10 years of going to the same person and telling him, taste this, give me a feedback, and he tells me, that always gives you that creativity that, okay, a little bit of salt, a little bit of acidity, and a little bit of crunchy. That's all you need, as long as it's balanced, So I learned quite a lot, All my life, this guy's been I want to say he's like a living God, It's like, just to touch on what you said, he has saved me from a lot, you get what I'm saying, from my personal life, and I want to say I'm doing the same. I'm taking the same step because also my kitchen is also based off every single person that come from, I want to say, bad environment where it's him in his motor and he's got nothing to do, the one that's sitting here as well. He got raised by his grandmother, never had a mother and a father, and also he was unqualified and I made it happen for him, He's been with me now for 2.5 years, and he's also now a CDP, which is also, he came from the scullery, kitchen hand, Tommy, Demi, and now he's a CDP. So it's also a way of me just giving back to saving, because there's not so much opportunities for people like them that they can go to a chef school and pay 70K and come to the school and be like, okay, cool, I'm doing this, For them it's kind of hard because they have no direction, They what they go, they're trying to hustle on the street, they're worried about doing things that's wrong today just so that Gogo can eat, but there's so much out there that they can do better. Where hence they here with me now in the kitchen. So I've got 6 of them that all come from different backgrounds. I also got one that also came from where I came from, gangsterism past, and his grandmother passed away. He made his wife pregnant and he misses me. He's like, look, dude, I wanna stop. Or I'm gonna do suicide. And I'm like, look, if you really want this, dude, I'm booking you a ticket, And also again, he started in the scullery and now he's a demi chef, since his whole life, And yeah, that's what it's about, giving back to our people,
Does it feel odd for you when you look back at what your life used to be, having a gangster past where you had different priorities? Like what you said, where if things are not going your way, you would just fight, to where now, your souffle can flop in a second. It doesn't care how much you shout at it or threaten it. Your creme brulee is not going to be crispy if you didn't do the work.
Yeah, true. So just to touch on that, it is hard, very difficult to make that transaction, coming for there and coming for there. That's why I said, it took a lot of time for me, because at the test kitchen, I had many of fights, and my boss used to come and used to grab me on the shoulder and look, you're not on the street, this is the kitchen and this is what you need to respect. So it took a lot of time, it didn't happen over a year or two. It took a lot of time for me to actually be like, okay, cool, this is where I'm getting, because I was also young, I was young, 18, 19, 20 at that time when I actually started in this business. So I was still very angry. It takes a lot of time to release that, because as you grown up without mother and father, you feel like there's nothing left for you, no one loves you. Why am I growing up this way? But my friends got their parents, and at that time the gangsters was the most popular people in that, and I was always I want to be that gangster. I want to be the
because they had power.
Besides the power, it's also they share a kind of loyalty. I wasn't loved.
So a belonging.
Yeah. So I wasn't loved at all. Now I meet to the street and I meet all these kids that come from their grandmas, but there's nothing happening now. So we kind of click because we all got the same story, and we would do anything to make sure that our parents is eating tonight, But the transaction was quite difficult for me to change from coming from gangsterism and going into the kitchen and be like, okay, my chef is saying, give me the pan now, and I'm just like, yes, chef, it was very difficult,
And respect to you for that. I mean, I can't imagine it being easy, because from what you're sharing about the being angry, being ready to fight, it's almost like that part of you that surrendered was when you felt safe. When you felt like actually this is a home of sorts and a family of sorts. I want to talk about the menu that you served today. Can you talk us through what you shared with the team so that all the listeners at home can have an idea of what they're in a treat for? I have to tell you guys, our boss never comes down to taste food with us. That's how much he loves your menu. He came down today.
So basically today, I want to say we almost did you the prefix menu, but we changed it. Obviously, there was no bread because it's going to be cold. But the first course we gave you was our tacos, which had a beautiful samosa pastry crisp, bean puree, some homemade lime labneh, corn salsa, and a beautiful chipotle dressing. That's for our little taco. The next course you guys had was the sashimi, which was the thinly sliced tuna, cream fresh, meatballs puree, a little bit of cucumber salsa, some charred mandarin, siphoned and fried spring onion with a beautiful acidity and fresh mandarin dressing. The second one we did was also we want to cater to the vegans as well, so that they can also like feel entitled a bit. You get?
Yes.
So we did like a beautiful beetroot tartare, you know, with your apple, beetroots, onions, spring onion. Beautiful sweet potato crisp dressing, which was ponzu mayo, a ponzu dressing, and then for the mains we did like our family favorites, which is the best selling dish at the moment at the potluck club, which is the peri peri chicken. So you got a peri peri chicken that's marinated for like a week or two. Beautiful pan fried onions. We made like a bread puree, which we call ayo blanco. We got some beautiful crispy almond nuts on there. Then we've got kale and is it morojo?
It tasted like a morojo,
yeah,
yes,
morojo.
Very good.
Yes.
On the bed of morojo.
Yes, with a beautiful peri peri chicken on the top, some feta and beautiful coriander.
I want to quickly read you this story. The menu you can all find on the Potluck Club, jhb.co.za. There's a message that says, Relebogile, I have a message for your guest. Well done, Marsetan. It really is great listening to your story. Please keep on inspiring our lighties. And you may be wondering, guys, you barely spoke about food. I thought that your story is so powerful to share with everybody, to give people hope that feel like it's all over or there's no chance for them. You can also be a head chef for an award-winning restaurant. If you want to go to the Potluck Club, jhb.co.za, head over to the website. Go to the socials, you'll be able to see any of the specials that they are running. And of course, there's a link there you can book and get an opportunity to have the prefix menu or lunch and dinner. Thank you so much for coming through. Thank you so much for catering. The whole office was smoking and Anele outside was like, I can smell food and it's not our catering. It's eaten by us. The Potluck Club Johannesburg on the food feature. It's just after 1:30 time for your latest Eyewitness News headlines. Good afternoon.
Thanks, Relebogile. Very good afternoon. Parliament's Standing Committee on Defence has questioned the effectiveness of the Defence Force in helping to curb illegal mining. The deployment, which has been extended now for 5 months, comes at a cost of more than 140 million rand, which the committee has heard is not budgeted for. The KZN government is holding a special meeting to discuss ways to deal with foodborne illnesses. Various municipal managers have been meeting with KZN Premier Taminduli as well as other government officials to come up with solutions to prevent the food poisoning incidents. And the Social Development Department says deregistered non-profit organizations can appeal their cancellations. The department says the process, which is underway, is in an effort to comply with the provisions of the NPO Act and the country's NPO Terror Funding Risk Assessment. Those are the headlines. This Eyewitness News and more at 2 or as it happens.
EWN Traffic.
Durban Deep Road report, slow-moving traffic. That's on Randfontein Road between Miles Stocker and Nick Thuma. Also, if you are leaving Germiston heading towards Bedford View, expect some delays. N3 northbound between the Elands interchange and the Kilulis interchange. That's due to an earlier accident. In Edenville, traveling towards Bedford View, also slow-moving traffic. R24 westbound between Edenville Road and the Kilulis interchange, and also traffic a bit sluggish. That's in the Kempton Park area on Modderfontein Road between Laurie and Zierfontein Road. If you come across any other traffic issues, please SMS us on 31702. We are also on X at EWN Traffic.
There's more EWN on air.